Yeah, there we go. Hello everyone, my name is Abdul Garcia and welcome to my presentation of the enduring persuasion of John F. Kennedy's inaugural address. Over the past several weeks, I spent not only quite a bit of time studying President Kennedy's words, but also I tried to put myself into his shoes. I've come to appreciate this speech far more than, well, it just was a ceremonial moment at the time. It's an expert in rhetoric, a blueprint for persuasion, and still echoes throughout history. Today I'll take you on a journey on this remarkable address, showing how Kennedy uses language as a tool for leadership. We'll explore how he connects with the past, appeals to global morality, and inspires civic action. Most importantly, we'll ask what makes his words matter today. Now, connecting the past to the present, let's begin with Kennedy's opening strategy, historical illusion. He immediately draws a line between his inauguration and the legacy of the founding fathers. When he says, "The torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans," he's not just making a poetic statement, he's reminding the nation that his leadership is still grounded to the same values that built America. This connection to history is persuasive because it builds trust. Kennedy is saying, "I'm not here to disrupt our ideals, I'm here to carry them forward." That's how he begins to unify a diverse audience right from the start. From national unity, Kennedy switches to global cooperation, and here's where his use of repetition and moral appeal shines. The phrase "let both sides" is repeated over and over again. This device is called anaphora, creates balanced rhythm and emphasizing mutual responsibility during the height of the Cold War at the time. He doesn't just promise peace, he appeals to why peace matters. He offers help to struggling nations, not for strategic gain, but just because he says it's right to do. Kennedy doesn't rely on policy, he leans into ethics, referencing divine authority and universal rights through his power as president. This is rhetoric that rises above politics into shared human dignity. Now comes the heart of the speech, the most famous line of all. He says, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." A rhetorical reversal that sharpens focus and makes the message unforgettable. Kennedy isn't just talking to leaders, he's talking to us, to everyday Americans. He's saying the future depends not on politicians, but on us. Then he broadens the message to a global scale, where he says what together we can do for the freedom of man. He's not just calling Americans to action, he's calling the world to unite in service, in peace, and in freedom. Now let's think a little here. As persuasive as Kennedy's rhetoric was, the reality was far more complicated. Cold War tensions persisted, racial inequality raged on, and just a few years later, the Vietnam War escalated. But here's the key: Kennedy's speech didn't pretend to fix these problems overnight. His rhetoric was just a starting point, a call to begin work, to believe in the possibility. He didn't promise a perfect world, he inspired people to strive towards it. So why does this speech endure? Why are we still studying it more than 60 years later? Because Kennedy didn't just speak to the issues in 1961. He spoke a timeless value: unity, service, justice, and peace. Through historical grounding, the moral persuasion, and rhetorical elegance, he showed how language can lead. His words remind us of that rhetoric is not just about what he said, but about what he believed and what is possible. Kennedy lit a torch, and we are still walking by its light towards today. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this presentation has helped you see that Kennedy still believes that is true and why he believes it matters. If you have any questions or thoughts, I'd love to hear them. And remember, the power of rhetoric lies not just in speaking, but its power to move people to act. I'm Abdel Garcia, and this is my presentation. Thank you so much for your time.